Hi everyone, it's Amber from The Sensible Mama. Today is FYI Friday, and just like last week, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than what I usually do in this segment. Last week, I went over who are my favorite YouTubers to watch, and I'll link that right above just in case you missed it. But what I wanted to do today is talk about which YouTubers are my friends. I wanted to just give a nod to those people who are my friends, who I love, and who I think that you would love too. Before I became a mom, I was an Olympic weightlifter. And that doesn't mean that I was a weightlifter in the Olympics, it means that I did the sport called Olympic weightlifting. The way I got into that was because I joined a CrossFit gym. It turned out I hated CrossFit, I don't like cardio, I was not into it at all. But the owner of the gym said, you know what, I think you might have some talent at Olympic weightlifting, which is the snatch, as well as the clean and jerk. The gym that I was in moved from its original location, which is like in a tiny little warehouse, and into a big gym that, if you follow CrossFit, you've probably heard of before, called Faction. Faction is the home of some of my dear friends who went on to create the podcast called Barbell Shrugged. They have had so much success, not just on YouTube with thousands of subscribers, but also as a business, just going around getting people excited about CrossFit, helping create content that makes people better at participating and competing in CrossFit, and really just helping to promote a healthy, fit, and happy lifestyle. And I just could not be more proud of them for all of the success that they have had. Moving on, after I had my baby, a lot of you on YouTube asked me how I dropped my baby weight so fast. And I think that part of that was due to breastfeeding, but part of that was also because of the healthy choices that I was making in terms of my food and nutrition. My husband and I follow a diet called paleo. It basically stands for the Paleolithic diet. And the premise is that you only eat things that would have been accessible to our Paleolithic or caveman ancestors. You eat lots of meat and veggies, and you cut out a lot of dairy, and it's totally gluten-free. So my good friend Dan has a channel that's called Primal Meal Plan. And what he does is create videos that are all about following the Paleolithic diet. I take a lot of my tips from him, I get a lot of my recipes from him, and what I like so much about his channel is that he does not make long videos usually. If he has a new recipe to introduce you to, it's like one of those 3 to 4 minute videos where almost everything is sped up really fast and he just captions down below what the instructions are. So you're still able to see exactly what he is doing while he's cooking, but you don't have to watch a 30-minute video to get the idea. Sometimes when you're eating just a lot of meat and veggies, it can be hard to come up with creative recipes that actually bring a lot of variety into your meals, but Dan is able to do that, and I just think he's very, very gifted as a chef, as a recipe finder and creator, and also just for teaching tricks about how to be more efficient in the kitchen. And I don't know about you guys, but I need that real bad. If you're just looking to lose a little weight or get more fit or clean up your diet a little bit, you might want to check him out. Another friend of mine who kind of lives outside of the diaper bag packing world but is kind of making her way into it is my friend Kim over at the channel Bits and Bites. She does a daily upload. Some of her uploads are about like family vlogging, some of them are about mommy issues. She does a lot of like chat with me kind of posts where she just talks about things going on in her life. She does plan with me videos, so if you are into planning in an Erin Condren or a happy planner or anything like that, she's a great one to watch. And like I said, she has kind of started coming into the diaper bag packing world. She's got a couple great jujube videos out there, so you might want to check her out too. I think she's a big up-and-comer. Her channel is still a little small right now, but it's growing very, very rapidly, and I think she's going to have pretty big success around here. So that pretty much wraps up my list of people who are my friends outside of the jujube diaper bag packing world. But I do have many that are in this world, and I want to talk to you about them because I think they're the ones that you really, really want to hear about. So the first one that I have to mention is XO Livy. I mentioned her in my last video because she was one of those people who I watched religiously before I began YouTubing, but I've gotten to know Livy as a person, and I just think I should take a minute to talk to you guys about who Livy is. The best thing about getting to know Livy is that she is a perpetually happy and optimistic person. She's also one of my favorite people to collaborate with just because she is a hard worker. Man, that girl works harder than probably anyone I've ever met, and I've completed a PhD program. Okay, this girl works her butt off, and it's good working with someone like that because I work hard. I want to work with people who work hard, and she's just a joy to work with in that regard. Livy is also one of those people that is so strong yet is not afraid to be vulnerable. You know, I do get messages from her sometime that show this heart of hers that has doubts and worries and insecurities, and I love that because I'm the same way. I think a lot of time YouTubers, we come across like these ultra confident people because we put ourselves out there all the time like this, but the YouTube world is just filled with anxieties and a lot of insecurities too. And I love people who are able to be real and just acknowledge those things and not feel like they have to put up a front. And that's Livy. She's just real. Another person that I have really had the joy of becoming friends with over the last few months is Jen at Perpetual Mommy. The thing that I love about Jen is that she is an encourager. She's one of those people who is in the trenches with you all the time. Like, it doesn't matter what you're going through. If you're talking about it, she is there to walk through it with you. She's just truly one of those people who would jump into the fire with you if you were there. And I don't know if you always get to see that just from watching her YouTube videos. I know that never came through to me just watching her YouTube before I got to know her as a person. And I think you should know that. It makes watching her videos even more special when I know the heart that is inside of that person who's in front of the camera. Another friend of mine is Samantha over at Mommy's Simple Life. Her channel is great. I totally recommend that you subscribe to her just because she's got so much interesting content. The way that I got to know her actually was that she applied to be a content creator with A Sensible Mama, and when I went to her channel to go check out her content, the first one that popped up was about what to expect when getting a pap smear done. And I just immediately was like, A, I want her to be a content creator, and B, I want to get to know her. It takes a lot to be willing to talk about that kind of topic on YouTube where everyone can see your face. And I asked her about this when I interviewed her, just what made you decide to want to do that video? And what she basically said was, I'm about educating people, and I'm about talking about things that other people might not want to talk about, but that everyone wants to hear about. And that exchange with her, learning that side of her through that dialogue, was so reflective of who Sam is as a person. Not everyone is gonna love this term, but Sam is a ballsy person. She is just brave, and she's willing to put herself out there. I know she probably has self-doubt, but she is willing to talk about anything if there's even a chance that someone else could relate to it and could feel better as a result of hearing her talk about it. And I love her so much because of that. Another friend of mine is Christian at Hello Houstons. I absolutely love this girl because she applied to be a content creator with me. Again, this is how I got to know her. And she did not have a YouTube channel, okay? This girl was like, I have never done YouTube before, but I'd like to give it a try if you'd bring me on board. And so with Christian, it was like I was creating content for her just to show her how to use editing software and how to create a thumbnail and things like that. And this girl just did it. And not just did it, she created an awesome channel. Like, I really, really love her channel. And I think that what inspires me so much about her channel is that she put it together so fast, went from not knowing how to do anything with YouTube to creating a great channel name, getting great channel art up, and creating fabulous content. And who she is just this fabulous, free-spirited, kind of boho chick, and I love it. She's just awesome. Alright you guys, so now you know which YouTubers are my friends. Like I said before, I'm gonna have all of their information linked down below. If you want to go check out their channels, I'm sure they would really appreciate it. And I think that's just about all I have for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. I will see you tomorrow for this week's Pack With Me, and be on the lookout for my weekly vlog, which comes out every Monday. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!